I have signal. So I'm going to try to do something different today, guys. Excuse me. I like taking you guys along for a walk, you know? Hold on. Itchy chin. I need a shave. But you can see my glasses are on top of my head. I found them. I thought that I was getting gas one day, and after getting gas, I drove up the road and my glasses were nowhere to be found. I'm like, oh my God, I must have dropped them at the gas station, the gas pump, you know? So I go back there, they're not on the ground. So I go in and ask the lady, hey, did anybody, send or leave a pair of glasses in? She's like, no, haven't seen anything. I looked everywhere. I'm like, oh, they've probably been ran over and then someone just threw them in the trash, right? Because they were right at the gas pump. I tore my truck apart. I looked everywhere. And so that was 2 months ago. I haven't had glasses. And that was I got them specifically for going down to Oklahoma with Dave so I could see stuff, No point going on air quotes. I can't do air quotes because I'm carrying stuff like this stuff, a tripod and a seat, which will come in handy when I'm telling this story. And I hope it works out, I really do. But so if you can't see well without glasses, being on a Bigfoot expeditions, it's going to suck, right? You can't see as much. But, I was just getting my jumper cables from underneath my front seat, and there they are, sitting right under. And it wasn't like they were wedged in between anything. They were just sitting right there, and I had looked there 10 times for these damn glasses. Now granted, good morning, sir. Morning, Johnny. These glasses are black, sitting right on top of my head, and the floor's black. But I did not see those things, and then I found them again, so I'm all excited because it's not just the money. It's going and getting your eyes tested and getting the glasses and having to wait for them. It's an ordeal. I have too much crap to do, there's Bigfooting to be done. So I am on the reservoir again. I haven't really done any videoing at this side of the reservoir. See this thing right here? Check this out. See that black thing? That is a trap for those Asian beetles because they're decimating the forest in the northeast. Why has everything invasive come from Asia? Brett from the Tall Ones was telling me about the Asian hornet? They're having a problem with those up in Washington. And then you have the carp, which are killing like local fish around ponds around here. So, hold on. It's actually hurting my arm to hold that. So, so I am going to try this out. What I'm going to do is, one of my former guests, the guy who had a terrifying encounter while fishing. Now, this was a crazy encounter. He saw a couple of squatches and right across the riverbank. Total face-to-face encounter, pretty intense. And he contacted me and said he had another encounter since, and he wants me to share it. I'm like, do you want me just to read it, or do you want to come on? And he's like, no, if you want to read it, that's fine. So I've never done this before. Read an encounter, so my printer's not working at the minute. So I'm going to have to do a Steve Ishdahl style video here where I get a nice background scenery, I get a hike in, and I read the story off the phone. So, and I'm not the best reader, you know what I mean? I can read a book, but reading out loud, I always have problems with. It's almost like I've got some kind of form of, not dyslexia, but Hey, Long Island. It's not dyslexia, but when I'm reading out loud, the two tasks combined, like reading and talking out loud, kind of, they conflict. And I get all jumbled up and start tripping over words. Yeah, so I'm going to just try that. I'm walking the other end of the reservoir today. This is probably the thickest end, but it's the complete opposite end of where I usually go. What do we got? 3 people? I'm getting popular. It's the complete opposite end of where I usually go. I think it's the densest and more expansive side of the reservoir. I mean, if there was any activity, this would be the best place for them, because you could see up this way. That goes forever. And that way goes down to the river, or the pond, the reservoir. Man, I don't know what's happening in my brain. All those years of abuse. Let me see. So, anyway, I just thought I would have some company when I'm walking down to my destination. The last time I walked down here, actually, I got lost. And thank God there was a park ranger. He told me how to get out of here. And he gave me a map. And I left the map in the truck. I just remembered that right now. But I'm just going to watch where I'm going this time. Yeah, this is like, I guess they're fire roads. I'm not too sure what they are. You know, like this trail right here, there's like a ton of these trails. They all look the same. They all lead down to the water. Obviously, a lot of people come here fishing and use these trails. But, you know, I wasn't paying attention and I ended up on one of these trails. And I'm not very good at direction. I don't know where north, south, east, and west is. You know, I always hear, you know, like a cop being interviewed and he was like, or like a Bigfoot encounter. And yeah, so like for example, yeah, I was standing there and from the north I could hear this howling, and you know, to my west I could hear some movement in the trees. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, if I was asked to tell you right now where north, south, east, and west was, I couldn't do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the sun's behind me. So I just got something in my eye, one of those bugs. So I would be really sorry if I was in the military. I'd probably get us all killed. Long Island, you were in the military, right? Yeah, it's a really beautiful morning. There's no humidity. It's not even 70 degrees. It's just a really nice area. And I'm talking so loud, if there are any feets in the area, they'll be long gone. I've got such a big mouth, I swear to God. That stump right there just scared the crap out of me for a second. What do you see? See it? It's a dream catcher. Oh wow, that's interesting. Look at that. You see that? Oh, Alyssa, really? I have mad respect for anybody. Wow, that is so weird looking. Look. Somebody actually made that dream catcher out of wood. That's cool. Man, that is weird. So, yeah, I have mad respect for people in the military and people who serve, because it takes a lot of courage. And I don't think I would have what it takes. I'm kind of like a high-strung person. So, I mean, the thought of driving on a road in Afghanistan and the possibility that there could be IEDs along the way, that I would just be so anxious. I wouldn't be able to take it. Growing up in Northern Ireland, there was always like a threat of, violence constantly. And that was always in the back of your head. And I think that stuck with me, in a sense, made me super vigilant. Like when I walk into a bar now, I'm scanning. I'm sure you guys are the same. I'm not saying that I served or anything. I'm just saying that I come from a high stress environment. And when I'm in a bar or something, I will be scanning the room to see what kind of characters are around. I mean, I can smell trouble. I can like detect the fight before the person that's going to start the fight can even knows. You know what I mean? You can see patterns emerge. I've been in a lot of situations like that, and you have to. Where I come from, you have to be super vigilant, because I was like a Catholic in a really, really Protestant area, and for the most part, I was unscathed. But a lot of it was because I had street smarts. I knew where not to go and when to get out of a situation. So I'm sure anybody that served Alyssa, your family were Irish? What do you mean? Where do you live now? So you live in the States, but your family are all off the boat, or just Irish? And look at this little meadow here. This is so pretty. I'll just show you this while you're answering that question. That little meadow there. It looks like they're tree planting. Now, you see, this is where I screw up because do I go down that way or do I go down that way? I'm going to go to my left. Now, I got to pay attention here because I will totally screw up like I did the last time. End up walking 6 miles instead of 2. So I have all my stuff with me, my tripod and my where's Fort Benning, Long Island? Did you serve overseas? 3rd generation Irish American. Okay. So your folks came out. What would that be? The famine? Call me there, sorry. And when that happens, the phone freezes. So hello, Daniela. We were just talking about you. I'm just kidding. We weren't. You're just coming in here to see if we are, though. So I'm just I actually have a story to tell. And I thought on the way down to where I'm going to tell the story, I would just have some company and, go live just for the hell of it. Yeah. I don't even have my gimbal with me. What, Daniela, what kind of computer does Kerry have? Is it a laptop or a desktop? Because if it's a laptop, he needs a bigger machine, and I just commented on it. He needs a desktop that he can upgrade. You can't really upgrade laptops. That That's by design. Desktop, yeah. I don't know how much he knows about computers, but I've had the same computer for 20 years, but it's not the same computer. There's not one original part. Yeah, there's not one original part left because I've just been upgrading and upgrading and upgrading. Every time a new, like, really intense video game comes out, I've got to upgrade my video card, and then, you know, probably have to upgrade my RAM and maybe CPU and stuff. Then after a while you want more room, so you get a new hard drive. So that's a hobby of mine. I'm getting killed by these flies. What I would really like though, I have Todd Neese coming on in a couple of weeks because his audio was messed up, so we have to totally redo it. Very nice of him to do that. But he was in the military, Army Corps of Engineers, or National Guard. I think it was the National Guard, Oregon. And yeah, but I would love somebody that was in the military that had a Sasquatch experience to actually talk about some military stories too. I know a lot of veterans don't like to talk about the military, or about, you know, what they went through, but you know, when I first started this podcast, that's what it was going to be. It was going to be like, one podcast was going to be with a veteran who was in Afghanistan. One podcast was going to be with someone that had a near-death experience. One podcast was going to be, you know, a Bigfoot encounter, etc. But man, did I have a hell of a time trying to get anything from veterans. They didn't want to talk. And that was my most, one of the focal points. I really wanted the veterans to come on and open up, but I didn't serve, so why would they open up to me? But oh, you will? Nice, Long Island, that's great. I'm actually open this weekend, to be honest. I don't think I have anybody. Yeah, wow, look at this. This was from, oh shit. This is from the storm. Check this out. Look at that. Look. That just happened a couple of weeks ago. It must have rolled through here too. This is about 2 miles from my house. Man, this tripod and my little seat are killing me. So, and I'm not paying attention here. I'm gonna get lost again. I know it. Yeah, I have to get into the woods. I really do. You know, that was when I first came to America. When I first came to America, I landed in the city, you know, Boston, and I lived down there for the first year. I'm like, this city's just like every other city. I want to get out. I want to get out and see the countryside, you know. So I end up 33 miles west of Boston, in a town that has all of this around it. You know, my town is like kind of a working class town, but it's got lots of rich towns around it, you know, but there's a lot of forest too. So this area is really perfect for me. This is why I came to America, you know, this kind of stuff. So I could do this, because where I grew up, there's no damn trees. You know, when somebody posts a video from back where I lived, or out for the day with the kids, it's always the same place. I'm not knocking them for that, but there's like one forest close by, and it's always that forest. You know, it's very beautiful. It has a nice lake and stuff. But that was the only, and that was 4 miles away. So when you were a kid, 4 miles away was a long way, you know. So we just ended up, you know, hanging out in the farmers' fields and going up little country roads with, you know, that's what we would do. Oh, this is beautiful. We'll check this place out. Hold on. I'll try to find a spot where there are no fish, fishermen. No fish. Plenty of fish. So this is very pretty, guys. Look at that. Now, this is the perfect area. This is the perfect area to do my little, you can stream landscape. I know, Daniela, the last time I tried to do that, it was upside down. I think, and I don't know which way to turn the phone to make it not upside down. But yeah. Right, yes, I know. You have to do it. You can't do it in the middle of your streaming. Check this out. This is so beautiful down here. Yeah, and I stick my ugly face in the camera and ruins it. So I don't really want to stream here. I don't really want to stream here because any minute a fisherman could come down here. But actually, if I just go way over there, he might see me and just think I'm some kind of weirdo and stay away from me. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just hug the shoreline until I find a spot. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Keep a lookout for this later. Hopefully it goes well, and hopefully the microphone picks me up, because I gotta get the GoPro and make it sit on my tripod properly. You know, it's built for an iPhone, but I'm not doing it with my iPhone, because then I would have to bring the microphone with me and stuff. So I'm going to give this a go, and I'll talk to you all later.